Alright, once this rubble comes down, I'm gonna ambush these guys. Wait a minute. Where the rubble went? Where'd it go? Oh, I see. Well, that's alright, because even with these 5 tips that I'm gonna show you guys, you'll still be able to have a better experience in Aram. And you won't end up being a sword loser like this guy. So for this tip, you might want to be quick. The moment the game starts, you want to get your items and go into the portal. You'd want to be the first one to take control of the brushes. Doing so will give you the high advantage to be able to set up an ambush. With this strat, it will be really easy to get that juicy first blood. So in Aram, all healing is reduced by 50%, but self-healing isn't affected. So when it comes to healers, you might as well go full damage. And in my opinion, it's a lot more fun. Nothing's more scarier than seeing a Sona chase after you with a fire rapid cannon. Which leads me to the third tip. Feel free to experiment. For example, in Aram, I like to play Caitlyn with full lethality items. And along with that, I like to max my traps first instead of my Q. But just make sure that you experiment with things that make sense. You don't want to end up buying a mana item for a champion doesn't even use its mana in the first place, you know? One of the biggest features in Aram are the snowballs. Throwing a snowball towards an enemy lets you teleport to that enemy, but did you also know that it does true damage? So for next time you throw a snowball towards someone, try to do a combo along with other abilities. And lastly, hex gates are one of the most useful things they had added in Aram. You can travel to your lane a lot faster, but you need to be careful where you end up positioning. Well, you don't want to get there when the enemy team is surrounding the turret. Not only that, but you can also use the enemy's hex tech to make a quick escape. No. Well, I could have if that minion would have cancelled my animation. And you know what? Just because I like you guys, here's an extra bonus. Aram only is going to give you champions that you own along with the free rotations. But if you want to increase the chances of getting those champions that you want to play, make sure your champion pool consists of the champions that you want to play in Aram. Well, hopefully you find some of these tips helpful. And if you have any tips, drop them down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys on that bridge.